Welcome to Bullish and Beyond. It's Beery the Bull. I'm your AI co-host. Join myself, Brian the MacMan, and JT Knows Things while we dive deep into the world of stocks, crypto, and how to live a bullish life. It's time to get bullish, and there's no better place to start than right here. Let's dive in.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another incredible episode of Bullish and Beyond, when we want to bring you everything bullish about stocks, crypto, and life. And I am always bullish on life. It's another gorgeous day in sunny Florida here. But we are seeing a lot of volatility in the market. So while we're hitting all-time highs just a few days ago, it's starting to bleed, especially on these highly volatile stocks and crypto coins.
And crypto.
So, wow, I am seeing JT's Crypto Den is on red today.
Bloody.
Woo! People taking profits. Yeah. What is going on?
Yeah, I think there's some of that going on. I also just, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, if I had a box and I had months and columns, right, and years in the rows, and you looked at the history of Bitcoin, September is 88% red. It is the worst month in crypto.
That's the same for stocks, too. I'm not sure what percentage, but it's like the bleed in September, is the thing.
Yeah. So this is not failed. This is kind of what it is. And honestly, I'm not a chart guy, but we do have some death crosses on like smaller time frames. So we still look bullish long term, but short term we're expecting chop.
Always bullish long term.
That's right. That's why we go long. I am thinking about deploying. I have some profits. I went from before this run up, back when it was below 100, I went in on about 20% of my cash, expecting the alt season to hit. So I'm kind of praying that it happens.
Are you fully positioned at this point?
Yeah.
Or you still need to deploy more capital?
I have 8% cash. I'm thinking about it. I really like some of these reactions that I'm seeing in the market. Like I'm looking at 25% discounts on pretty good stuff, because it's so volatile. One of those is Chainlink.
Give me a couple of your picks. What are we thinking right now?
Love Chainlink. I think Chainlink under $50 is a steal. And it hasn't even broke 30 this cycle.
Say it's only at 23.
I would be comfortable buying Chainlink at any price that we're seeing here.
I just bought my first Chainlink this last week. We were talking what to do with my extra money that I got from my Robinhood transfers, transferring from Schwab to Robinhood and get my 2% bonus. They still run a 1% bonus every single day transferring in IRA or 401k. So nice little pickup if someone wants to bring some money over there and go to the fastest trading platform. That's why I love Robinhood. But, I put together a little bit of Chainlink. I bought some Solana. Dipping my toes, in some more of those cryptos that you've talked about and love, and learning about why those are good, and then being able to stake them on Robinhood.
Right.
It's hard. My brain is having a hard time buying something that I can't stake at this point.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. It's hard.
Is there any downside to putting more money in these ones that are stakeable? It just seems like that 6%, cash return with any growth is insane on Solana in particular.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, for everyone that hasn't heard this before, the 6% is on the token amount. So if you put 100 SOL up, you're going to make probably, because it compounds weekly, you're going to make right around 8.5 SOL. A little bit more than 6 SOL, but at the end of the year, you'll have 108. In that time, Solana could 5x or go down 80%. So, there's no, if you have the beauty of it is if you have a long
it compounds those returns though, if it goes up. I mean, it's like absolutely nuts. It doubles all of a sudden and you get 8%. Now you're at 16% just before the double. Now you're at 216%, growth.
Yeah. It really packs it on. It's a great strategy if you're long on the project. Not all blockchains need to be a proof of stake consensus. That's a kind of a technical area of blockchain, but there's tons of different ways these networks coordinate, and staking is a way for the network to secure the assets on it, right? It's hard to secure something without there being a financial backing, right? So
Yeah.
oftentimes, the reason why we
There's
don't
no
do
FDIC
things,
on crypto.
right, right. So, and since it's a community, you gotta pool those funds, and in addition to creating that financial backing, it also has liquidity in there that is used for paying validators. So these are computers actually running just like miners on Bitcoin, but it's different, but you can consider it the
Okay.
same function. They are getting paid with the stake. They make a profit. Some of that goes back. The protocol will guarantee your income as it does its functions. And you're like supporting the network by locking it up and letting them use it. So
So where's it
it's an
go
altruistic
technically?
thing.
Does it go like just on the blockchain, like in all the nodes? It just knows that everyone has their staking there.
Yeah, it's always going to be tied to your wallet, but essentially, yes.
Okay.
It eventually will find itself in a pool that is used for all of the network's functions and
Okay.
capabilities. And
It's
then
so
the
easy
out
on Robinhood. It's like it seems like magic. I just click a button and just restake my thing every time. I mean,
yeah.
it's like
That
one
that's
swipe.
and believe it or not, a big part of that, okay, is oracles. Oracles, they do real-time data settlement from on-chain to off-chain. Without Chainlink, you would not be able to see that in your account in Robinhood. They are that
Interesting.
that middle person for that data feed on Robinhood. They have an Oracle plugged in to all the networks that you are buying and you see the tokens on because Robinhood doesn't know the price of Chainlink. The data from that network needs to get onto Robinhood. The only way to do that
Okay.
is through an
Chainlink.
Oracle. If
What's the
it's an
definition of an
EVM,
oracle? And we're not talking about Oracle, the company that's gone nuts
right,
recently with their data
right.
centers, just to be clear.
Yeah. Oracles are, you can consider them like APIs. What they technically are is a series, and it kind of looks like a hexagon. That's why Chainlink's logo is a hexagon, but it
Okay.
architecturally is just a series of smart contracts being run on nodes that automate data feeds and the transformation of data. A simple way of saying that is it's like having a translator in the room when two parties don't speak the same language.
So API is
They,
a perfect, comparison. It sounds like.
yes, it'll reformat, retabulate all of the data, structure it in a consumable format for the
Okay.
client, whatever it could be. Robinhood, as
And
an
these are
example,
100% autonomous, just to be clear. Is that right?
yeah, they're autonomous and
Okay.
reusable and composable. So, like, if I build an Oracle network for weather data, or for actually, we'll just do Solana price data. If I
Okay.
build that out, someone else can use it. And then everyone makes money. And the person that's feeding the data gets paid. The person that's consuming the data pays in Link.
Okay.
And that's why the federal government is buying Link. Everyone's buying Link because they want their data on Ethereum, because they're choosing Ethereum to build, because Ethereum's the most secure blockchain out there that has smart contract
Ethereum
functionality.
and Link are taking a hit right now. So this is just a, low point to start stacking some more.
Like I said, I'm considering deploying.
Yeah.
Like this is exciting times. This is where I get paid
You make
in the
your money when
future.
you buy right. Same with your buying stocks, crypto, real estate, whatever it is. It's not what you sell it for; it's what you buy it for.
That's right. And, blood is just an opportunity. It really is. I just see it that way. I'm getting my favorite stuff cheaper. Like
Yeah.
how's that a lose? How am I losing there? You know?
My problem is I always
And,
have a hard time trimming when we are winning. I have a couple calls right now on Rocket Lab, and it
yeah.
went crazy 2 days ago. They announced this new system they're sending to Mars and stuff like that. And like, in hindsight, I should have sold some, and the stock went down, a lot yesterday, and it's down a lot today. It's still a
It's
great
your
buy.
optimism.
I know.
You're you
I'm
are so
clouded. I'm clouded.
yeah, you're way more optimistic than I am. You just are.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. But it's your optimism. It's hard to keep that in check too.
That
Since
hurts
you're
me on the trimming side. I don't have um, I don't have the wherewithal sometimes just to, follow through and make the sale and lock in the profit. I mean, that option was up 75% from when I bought it 2 days ago. Now it's down 40%.
All right, I'm gonna put Papa Fund Manager on real quick.
Okay, teach us all. How do we be smart about this?
You never buy without an exit plan. And in that exit plan, if you are going to trim, and that's like something
Yeah.
you should do, find a return or a price target where you just have so like literally on mine, it'll say at a 150% return, we're pulling
Yep.
20%.
Yep.
And I don't have to think about it. As soon as something says 150, I could even set in the order and wait. Like I already know that's going to happen.
Sure.
So like I don't have to think about it. It removes the emotion from it. That's the strategy. You can model it out and be like, yeah, this is net better for me than, depending on your trade or what you're trying to do. This is what I want to do. Then make a little plan, like an exit.
I mean, I should have been happy with up 50%, nothing to shake a stick at there. One of my problems is I only had 2 options. So it's like, well, and I don't have a lot to play with.
Yeah.
So it was either, sell one, sell nothing, or sit tight. And now I'm sitting tight again.
Yeah. Yeah, probably get my goal is to get principal out as soon as possible because in crypto it's so volatile. I have a really good
You just
idea
buy
of
it
what the
back.
principal. Yeah, exactly. Right. I have client money for 5 years. My goal is to get principal back and then market corrects and then they can basically double the amount of tokens in that time. So like I can just dump in the next bear market.
I like it.
Yeah. I'll be trimming here when I think we're going to have a really strong Q4. We rarely have a bad Q4 in crypto, once every 3 years, which is the bear market.
I'm feeling
And
a good Q4 in equities as well. I mean, I
yeah,
think, we're not at a peak, long term. I mean, S&P is hitting, new highs, but I think there's still room to run. And we broke through the 6,600 barrier, and I think we're going to 72. So
who put 72 when it was at 5,500 out there? Who was that? Was that
that
JP
was
Morgan
that was
or
me.
was that you? Yeah.
No, someone else,
Someone
someone else did too. I mean, but that was the
yeah.
absolute highest end of any bank in the world,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we still
yeah.
can get there.
I think
I
so.
also, I make crazy lofty goals for my, own monetary growth each year. And if you asked me, 6 months ago if I was going to get there, it looked, pretty grim. But now, I'm on target. So
That Airbnb had to help.
that actually has been a cash suck. So it has not helped me.
Oh, oh, you're doing cash? I was thinking net worth. My bad.
Oh, well, both. So I am tracking
Got it.
total net worth, but also, liquid assets. So
That's
that
a
hurt me
good
in the,
thing
that
to
hurt me in the
track.
liquid asset category.
Yeah. I do the same thing, and I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And I think it's a really good thing to do, just to let you know where you're at. And if I have a saying in software all the time, if it's not measured, it's not managed. So
100%.
if you can measure it, you should, because you'll eventually manage it. And I think making those goals more concrete in a spreadsheet is really solid, or just in a however you like to do it,
And people should spend more
paper.
time managing, where they're tracking with their wealth in general. I mean, this is a very important thing if you want to retire at some point in your life, and hopefully, step not that you have to fully retire, you can, keep going, do whatever you want, but to have the ability to retire and make sure your family's in a great place and yourself. Yeah, I think more people need to, take that under control and take responsibility, write down your goals, make it happen, and you'll kind of, know where you're planning on going.
That's right. That's the way you gotta do it. I
Speaking of
think it really helps
liquidity,
them.
Apple
Yeah.
has helped my liquidity a lot the last
Oh
week.
yeah.
Dude, they have
Helping
been
that
going,
margin account.
they're going nuts.
Let's go.
Uh, yeah, I mean everything is ticking up with the iPhone being demand kind of soaring, and from what I'm seeing, it's potentially 40 to 60% higher demand than last year, and it's only been 13 days or something like that. So, we're in a very small time period. So you can't extract that out for, full year guidance. And I'm not saying we're going to do 60% more iPhone sales this year because I don't think we will. But that is a huge pop and really showcases that people do want this new phone, despite Apple using AI zero times with this phone, bucking the trend. Everyone else is saying AI phone, AI phone. Apple's saying, no, we build AI features into our phone, but we're not calling it an AI phone, and we're not going out. We're not, they had a class action lawsuit over last year of having not delivered yet some of the AI features. That is another reason they're backing off, legally. But new features to come with on-screen awareness and a better Siri, probably April of next year. So not too far off. 6 months away from better Siri, and I can't wait for that. Rocking my Apple shirt, show my Apple pride today. But yeah, just very excited for it. I mean, I just saw some Russian article. I was reading earlier. The carrier was saying it was 60% increase on sales from the previous year. China article was saying it was 60% increase in China, and it didn't even include the iPhone Air because the eSIM hasn't been approved yet by the government. So, I mean, despite some of these headwinds, they're still just crushing it. And people think the world economy is not even doing well, but people are still buying iPhones.
Yeah, the new ones too. I
know.
It's probably thanks to our friends at Affirm. Shout out to
that does help.
$5 a day for the rest of your life, right? Not a bad deal. That's awesome though. Good for Apple and good for you because I know you're concentrated in Apple and have been for a long time.
Most people don't like concentration. They don't recommend it. I mean, it's kind of either sink or swim. You have to really know the company, and that is one reason I read. I mean, almost every Apple article that's put out by anyone legitimate. I consume it. I love it. I'm an Apple fanboy, but I understand the company intimately, and we still have so much room to run. I mean, they have more credit cards on file than any company in the history of the world. They have more devices being used than any other company in the world. I mean, it's like 2.2 billion active devices right now. I mean, these crazy numbers are insane.
That's
the only one I think I read of that has numbers like that. Like Meta, for example, just announced they have 3 billion Instagram users. So it's like they are at that scale. I mean, it's like that's more than a third of the world.
Yeah, Instagram's free, brother. You know what I mean? So I think they beat everybody because, I can get Instagram in 2 clicks.
This is true.
$1,000
you got to pay
device.
for your iPhone. You're paying for your iCloud every month. And that long term, if you think about the future of just cloud services, I mean, we are nowhere even close. I mean, the amount of data centers spinning up right now is out of control. So cloud is growing exponentially. That's why companies like, Oracle and CoreWeave are, popping right now. And speaking of CoreWeave, they just signed another deal with NVIDIA. I think they're up to about 22 billion in committed deals right now. This latest one was about 6 billion more compute. Killing it. And OpenAI is growing like gangbusters. I mean, this is just one of many. So yeah, OpenAI is buying the compute through CoreWeave, and they partner with NVIDIA on this deal as well. I mean, it's just a juggernaut to hold NVIDIA and CoreWeave in your portfolio. And man, there's still so many haters on CoreWeave from what I'm seeing out there, saying the valuations are absolutely crazy. And they have crazy debt on the balance sheet, but it's 100% accounted for with future earnings based upon contractually guaranteed money coming in. The other downside is people think that they're too customer concentrated, which, that is a true statement, but their customers are Microsoft. So if you want to be concentrated, I think Microsoft would be the top company on my list to be concentrated with.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be really good boys, to Microsoft. They're not going to want to mess that up. And
but the company's not going under. Microsoft's been around for a long time. They're going forever.
Yeah, they're here a long time. They really are. No, I think CoreWeave is going to be instrumental in the infrastructure we require. I also think, companies like Oklo, will be instrumental. I'm not saying Oklo will win, but companies like them will be instrumental in the energy, because this is a two-pronged
Yeah.
issue. Not only do we not have enough compute, we also don't have a grid that can handle anything like this. I mean, we just don't.
I think energy might be the bigger problem.
Yeah. And it really, for people that are like trying to think what kind, like, it does not matter. Energy. Like, they will burn, dolls, they don't care. If dolls did it, they would burn trillions of dolls a
We
day.
burn it
Like,
all.
they would not care.
Oil, nuclear, whatever it takes. I mean, you can't
Whatever it
build enough
takes.
solar and wind to power these data centers. They're just so data
Correct.
hungry. And, in the future, the chips require, less power in theory, but people will find more ways to build bigger data centers with even more GPUs. So it's like, I don't see data centers need for power going down anytime soon. And
No.
it sounds like, 5 years from now is kind of that inflection point that, you can basically lose the AI race if you don't have enough power. And that's one of the reasons we need to get behind nuclear as a country. If you're comparing, US to, China's, superpowers, and especially within super intelligence, having that power is going to be key. And China is not shying away from nuclear. They are going full bore on spinning up nuclear. And companies like Oklo, I think, are the solution for us, that they can have Oklo data power, one data center per every little nuclear reactor they have. And Oklo's been crazy volatile this last week.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my!
I bet. This is speculation, but it's not at the same time. Like, who else is doing it? Do the research, right? Who else is doing it?
NewScale is the only other company really in that space, and they have the only certification, but they're not as forward thinking. They also didn't have Sam Altman, chairman of the board. So guess who OpenAI is going to sign a deal with when they need power? Oklo. And who's buying the most compute right now? OpenAI. Like, so if you just project that out, I mean, if it keeps going the trajectory it is, which it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. I mean, ChatGPT keeps getting better, and people are barely even touching the agent mode and stuff like that.
Yep.
Man, I'm so excited for agents, and that level of compute is going to freaking 100x where we're at now.
It really will. It's pretty incredible. I think all of that is like, if you want exposure to a potential solution for this, but future energy crisis, that's the best horse to back, in my opinion. I haven't heard anything about the other company you mentioned.
It's hard to know if we'll get a better entry point or anything like that. I mean, today it was down 16% on open, hit like 108. It's already back to 120. But man, you look at a chart for just the week. It was at 104 to start the week. It got to mid 140s, back under 110, now back to 120. Like, it is
That's crypto.
insane. Yahoo Finance actually put a symbol next to it showcasing how highly volatile it is, and that does not happen very easily on their platform. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going nuts. But there's no profits yet. There's not even any revenue yet. They're projecting revenue to start in the year 2027. It literally is $0 revenue. I mean, there might be some just stupid.
That's crazy
for revenue, but like in essentially, it's zero.
Wow, dude.
And the company's worth $20 billion.
That's
who else is doing it? That's exactly.
It's because there's a bunch of smart people talking about the stuff we talk about. And where else are you going to get exposure to it? Because I'm telling you, it's inevitable. Like, that energy crisis is already here.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So you want exposure to it. You know what I mean? And it's like, Oklo's the only one. So you got a lot of smart money on it.
I mean, my little bit I put in is, up, 600, 700% or something.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crypto stuff.
Trying to get that alpha.
Yeah, dude. That's what we drop here, guys. Alpha. Bullish and Beyond.
All right, so Chainlink, we got to get in on that. Might be a good time to get some more ETH. Start punching away at that CoreWeave. Get some more NVIDIA, Oklo at these levels. I mean, Apple has room to run higher. It's, kind of peaking right now, so it's hard to know if I'd pull the trigger on another tranche today. But I think this next year is going to be a good run.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
It is.
I have so many good things I want to talk about, but I do know that we need to wrap up. So how about we hold some of these amazing ideas, and everyone tune in again next week to hear what they should be thinking about. Do your own research. Be bullish on life, crypto, and stocks. Tune in again for another episode of Bullish and Beyond with JT Knows and Brian the Mac Man.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bulls. That's a wrap on today's episode of Bullish and Beyond. Remember, the market never sleeps, and neither should your ambitions. Whether it's stocks, crypto, or just leveling up in life, stay focused, stay bullish, and keep charging forward. Keep your energy high and your mindset bullish. This is Beery the Bull, your AI co-host, Brian the Mac Man, and JT Knows Things, signing off. All content published by Bullish and Beyond, LLC, reflects personal opinions only and is provided for informational purposes. Please conduct your own research and discuss with your accountant and/or financial advisor before making any financial decisions. The information presented should not be taken as financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Nothing you hear, see, or read in our content should be considered as any form of financial, investment, or legal advice, or a solicitation to buy or sell any assets, or to make any financial decisions.